welcome to Twisted Vader Reviews. Today we have the awesomely massive MP-22 Ultra Magnus. So first thing, let's take a quick look at his box. It's big, almost the size of Prime's, about the same size. Pretty nice. There's his poses, there's him with Prime. Not too shabby, and that's supposed to be his actual size shot, so it's pretty good, pretty close. Anyway, here is his instruction booklet. There's all the previous versions of him. I like when they do that. That's pretty neat. There's his accessories. Simple transformation, black and white. Shows how to change the faces. It comes with two faces. Does not come with the matrix. They gypped us. You must use your MP-10 if you do not have an MP-10. Sorry for you, you cannot use the matrix. I don't know why they did that. Here's his card. Really nice looking artwork. Just same artwork is on the front of his instruction book. I think it's actually really nice. Card's still flimsy. Third-party cards are still much sturdier. Not as flimsy as some of them, but flimsy. There's his stats. And a quick look at his accessories. His little hands. Slightly rubberized sort of kind of hands with the slots cut out to hold the matrix, which I have in his chest right here. I'll show you that in a minute. He comes with a little Daniel. No face. And Mr. Spike. No face. Definitely better paint job on the clothes, but still ignored the face. As you see the difference when compared to Dr. Wu. I don't know if you can see that, but what a difference. Let's take a look at his gun, which he comes with. Nice gun, purple, pretty big. Fold that up. For when it's in transformation mode, it actually locks in place. It's part of the transformation to hold the top together, sort of, kind of. And there is the man himself. He is a beast. He is big. Here he is next to MP-10. So you see his beast. And I said he had the matrix, so I put his matrix in there, and there it is. Pretty neat. His is a little bit easier to get out, or in, I mean, than the MP-10. But as you see, I'm still struggling to get it out. Doesn't snap in as tight. And there it is. I'll put that back into Prime here in a second. But pretty neat, at least he holds it. I really wish they would have gave you one with him. But at least it's the same size, unlike, oops, I hit the camera. At least it's the same size, unlike Rodimus, which was a different size. You couldn't switch them. And he has his face that he comes with. I already put it in here. Oh, there we go. Where did it go? Where did it go? His like raw face. So you can pop his hands off and put that face on, and he can hold the matrix. So it basically goes in there like that. And then you can mount it, put it on there. These just pop on and off. So you get it, and you can do the whole oops. And for his face, that pops off. Slide that out. Slide this here guy right in. Now he's got the and of course, I'm sure you've seen other reviews, but he does have the homage to the white prime head. And then you slide that right back on. Let me get him into that pose. And there he is. So that's pretty cool. Neat little thing they added on there. Okay, now we got him back to normal. I'm just going to keep his head in there rather than putting it back in the box. It fits nice there. There's two spots. You can put one up there, one down there. So maybe they're going to make another one, or third party might make one. You can have a few in there. Now as for these guys, they do sit in him in truck mode. And I will tell you, I put him in there in truck mode. I was messing around with them. I transformed them. I couldn't find them. I forgot. They stayed in there. There's their seats right there. You can transform them and they'll stay in there in robot mode or truck mode. You could just leave them in there. I thought that was pretty funny and cool. So then, now we got all that stuff out of the way, let's take a good look at the figure himself, Ultra Magnus. I personally think it's done very well. It's very nice. It's really cool. However, I have a few complaints, and I will bring it up. And it's actually starting to worry me. What is Takara doing? So first off, we'll say this guy's heavy. It's nice and heavy. There's die cast in him. He does not feel cheap when you pick him up. He feels heavy. However, these plastic pieces here kind of feel cheapy. The arms kind of feel cheapy to me. I don't know, almost third party-ish. And to make it worse, as you see, maybe you can see that there, but there's the molds cut. You can see all the cuts, both arms. I can see the cuts up here. You can see the cuts. That kind of sucks. You gotta see all that. What else? Let's go ahead and talk about it. What is this? What? Somebody at Takara, I hope he watches. Honestly, what is this? You really couldn't put one little hinge right here so it can fold up? Really? What are you thinking? You know, everybody bitched about the Bumblebee with the hollow forearm, but people let it go, and I let it go too. Now you're doing stuff like this. This is a masterpiece, right? That doesn't belong there. These marks do not belong here. Very disappointed. What are you thinking? Other than that, and his waist doesn't swivel, and his arms are kind of limited outward. You have to pull these out, sort of like how you can pull primes out, and you get more movement. He's a really cool looking guy, you gotta say. He's definitely Ultra Magnus. I'm glad he's not this white in just a trailer armor. I wouldn't have bought him. I like him like this. They actually transformed the whole thing. He looks really cool. Other than that, it's kind of bulky, but he's definitely cool. That's an Ultra Magnus, and I really think they look good together. Good size. I think the KFC is just a little too big. I think they look good together. So I hope Takara is not just going downhill and they're going to start getting chintzy and the new masterpieces are going to suck. And I'm not buying Star Saber. I can care less about Star Saver. I did watch some reviews on him, and the plastic sound kind of sounded like this kind of plastic, which is different than this kind of plastic. So I don't know which way they're heading. I'm really looking forward to tracks, and I hope it's not just a rumor, but the whole Ironhide, finally, after 30 some years, we're gonna get an official real Ironhide. That's gonna be cool. And then third party, we got the Apollyon Megatron. He looks really cool. Definitely gonna get that guy. Anyway, enough about that. That's for another video. So let's take a look at this awesome beast of a robot. So he's heavy. Now, articulation, his foot does not move up and back, but it does go for the angle tilt, which is nice. It's pretty far. Knees ratchet. Here's a swivel ball joint sort of deal at the hip. Looks like he can swivel right here, but he can't. Legs go out pretty far. Not bad. And again, no hip movement. Lots of ratchets. His hand spins all around. It's on a ball joint. His one finger moves. It's not jointed though. It's just curved. It moves right here and that's it. The other ones are attached. Move the same way. His thumb don't move at all. He does have an elbow. Nice ratchety elbow. No ratchet here. Just friction. Now he does have an in and out ratchet, as you can see. Like I said, you got to move that out to get it to do anything. Otherwise it don't really move. His head all around, down, up. His missiles not spring loaded, but they do pop out. So side view, back view. And you know, you can actually pop this off, take the cab off, transform the cab, transform the back, put them back together. You can transform them all together. The engineering on the transformation is actually really neat. I do give them a lot of credit on that. It's pretty cool. Sorry about that. Ultra Magnus. And just like all the other Masterpiece, he has a slot for his gun. So I definitely like him. I'm definitely upset about this whole thing. It really makes the whole piece disastrous in my mind. As well as these little cuts right there. Not on this side. Right there. Why would I need to do it on that side? Like the engineering's getting lazy. So basically, for the final review for the robot mode. Sorry about that, I needed a drink. Anyway, he's definitely cool. Head on, looking at him, he's Ultra Magnus. He's Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. He's cool. He's what we should have got as a kid again. Very good job. Now, side view, not so much. Rear view, if that folded, side view and rear view would be good. You can't put that down. That's ridiculous. It has to be up. That's sticking out, as you can see, really bothers me. Now, as for holding them in your hand, if I was holding them, not looking at them, definitely Masterpiece. The weight is amazing. Feeling these arms, I'd think possible third party. That's what I'm worried about. I don't know. The kerosene, the money, they're trying to pump these out too fast, and now they're starting to get a little chintzy on the engineering or the plastic or whatever they're doing. I just hope it don't continue. Other than that, the transformation is awesome. and the idea that the cab comes off is awesome. So let's go ahead and put them into vehicle mode. we have him in vehicle mode. And that cab looks just like Prime. I'm not transforming him again, but I do have all the comparison pics at the end of the video as usual. And it looks just like Prime's cab. I think they did a good job. It looks cool. And you also see from the pictures, there's two ways to do the missiles. And as you'll see, I'll post some pictures here, but and even in the cartoon they had it both ways, this way and that way. Some of the toys had them this way and that way, so I guess it's your preference, but with this nice indent in there and the way that sits, I think it looks really good that way, so that's the way I'm going to keep it. And he does have a slight issue, as you see that back wheel catches when you're trying to turn. But oh well, I guess. He does roll real nice. He does have the access in the back. Again, pictures at the end will show all that. And this can drop down. You pop these two sides out, and that's supposed to drop down for them to go up. However, as you can see, you're gonna have to have some big old tires and a high front end to get up that. But anyway. So, he looks pretty cool. I'll snap that side back in, flip this back up. Definitely nice job, vehicle mode. And of course, the awesome unexpected thing is, under here you have that little latch. Slide that down, there's his head. Hello. Slide that down, and this will pop right off. Oop. Oops. And you can set that over there. And there you have just the cab. Unexpected and neat. A little bit smaller and thinner in the rear, of course. Doesn't quite look like Prime. Again, pictures at the end. I'm not transforming him back because I keep him in robot mode. And you can lift this little thingy up. And you see the seats, so you can put Spike and Daniel in there. So they go for a little ride. And they stick in there nice. There's a little tab, so it's unlike the other guy, MP-10, or even a little Huffer, where there's not really a seat in Huffer, and the seat in Prime is small and they fall right out. You can even see a little head space still in there, extra face. And I'm not even going to go over the hips and the big butt. Everybody's talked about that. We get it. My fingers are a little fat getting in here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now they sit nice and secure. Like I said earlier, I transformed him with them still in there in the robot mode. They never fell out. They were still in them in robot mode. So one thing I just realized is that I was sitting here jabber-jobbing. Forgot to drop this piece down. Now, as you see, there's a little tab here. You can push that down, and it's supposed to make it easier. I still can't get to it. So I use this little tool thingy. Push it out. And there we go. And he tabs in. There we go. And back to what we were talking about. So here's the cab. Now, very nice. I like it. Of course, this ain't realistic. This is, yeah, looks like Prime. There's the cuts again. What's up with that? Very nice. That's all metal. This part's pretty light. Not quite as light as loose as the KFC, but light. All the weight's here. You got the die cast here, you got the die cast here. even though the arms are light. So click him back together. Nice and simple. And there we have them. So vehicle mode, he looks like the cartoon. Can't really go wrong. You can adjust the missiles, like I said, however you want. The gun thing, this is kind of weird. And it hangs down. But at least they put it within the robot or the vehicle mode, so it has storage. I like that when there's storage. And it gave us 2 more little guys to our collection. So they look pretty cool in there. And I will be getting a repair labels kit for him, definitely. It's a pretty big one. There's all kinds of sticker detail goes down the sides. Of course, you get the headlights and the plate, neat little things like that, mirrors. I will be getting that. And that will be another review. So there's really not much else to say as far as, comparisons. He's the same size as Prime's cab. All them pictures at the end, so if you just want to see how they look stacked with the other Masterpiece, just go there. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and put them back into robot mode. And here we have him back in robot mode. So in conclusion, I would have to say it's definitely a cool piece. They did a decent job. The transformation is definitely neat. However, I really wouldn't classify it as a masterpiece. Maybe a third-party masterpiece, but not something I'd expect from Takara. You know, with the bumblebee, the big holes in the forearm open, and now, you know, I took pictures of the bad cuts. Oh, I forgot to flip them around. That looks funny. That's better. Don't forget to flip around the stacks. I apologize for that. So back to the task at hand. I'm gonna have to say, if you want them, buy them. I mean, there's plenty of reviews out there. A lot of people got them. Compared to the other third party, I'm not sure what you like. He seems a little too big. If you want him like that in robot mode, he's perfect. He's perfect in vehicle mode. Just not the cuts. I mean, that just looks bad. And of course, that. So we'll see. We'll see what Takara's doing here coming up. I'm not getting Star Saber. I already mentioned that. He's not part of my collection, so I apologize if anybody cares about that review. I will not be buying him. I will be getting tracks that will be coming up soon, and hopefully the Ironhide, and go from there. And finally, the conclusion of Warbotron will be coming soon. About time. It's only been a year. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the pictures. And don't forget to hit that little subscribe button if you haven't. And the like button if you want. And the share button if you feel like it. Anyway, have a great day.